Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope this thing's working. If you see, oh shoot, Bear's lips aren't moving. Let's go. Here we go. There's Bear. Gotta zoom him out a little bit. I knew I was missing something there. I knew I was missing something. There he is. He does this thing with his jaw. I don't know how he does that, where like his lower jaw jets out a little bit. Like that. There he goes. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hope everybody's got their coffee mugs filled up. Just got mine here. This poor Bear. Morning, Hashem. Morning, Zero. Justin, what's up? Lennon, hey, man. Hey, Andre. Morning. Hey, Sean. Good morning. Thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for coming early. Or on time, I guess. It's 8:10, but I know some of you guys are in here waiting, which I really appreciate. Oh, we've got the Nasdaq. Holy smokes. Alphabet missed on earnings big time. And what happened? Nasdaq tanked. Netflix, now Google. YouTube Google. Oh man. YouTube Google. Let's see. Let's just check the economic calendar for this morning. I didn't look at it yesterday, but let's see what we got going on this morning on our economic calendar. I just use this guy. This old Forex economic calendar. Nothing really today, I guess. Pending home sales. I don't think that's really going to do anything. You can come in here and filter this if you want, but I think I can just quickly go through. Tomorrow, GDP comes out tomorrow. I just saw this previous consensus right over here. So last GDP, the previous GDP was 6.9%. Consensus now, it's going to be a 1.1. Looks like economists are seeing the global, economy slowing down. That falls into the whole recession narrative. GDP price index, that'll be interesting to see. Inflation tomorrow, and then we've got personal expenditures on Friday. I don't think this is much here, but tomorrow will be a big one, 7:30 a.m. Central Time. So I would be that's obviously pre-market. So we'll look at that tomorrow in the pre-market show. Look at those numbers and see how the market's reacting to them. Google missed on earnings after market close yesterday. And what we saw was the market react really negatively to that. Microsoft, on the other hand, made earnings, and I actually bought Microsoft yesterday, and it looks like my profit target on that was already taken in the overnight session. So yeah, I'm no longer in that position. So made a little bit of cash on Microsoft. But unfortunately, Google has sent the rest of the market down. I'm still in my SQQQ short trade on the Nasdaq, holding that longish term. I'm probably going to hold it down to 12,000. Speaking of that, let's look at technical analysis. We got the daily up here. Here's the daily. We get a pen working. I'm so cheap. I trade this stuff. I know it's like all this money coming through, but fundamentally, I'm a very frugal person, and I don't like spending money if I don't have to spend it. So I'm always looking for free stuff. I've got like a free open source pen that is a little finicky, but it's free, so I use it. And it's fine. Let's see. All right, so we got the big down channel over here. Broke to the upside. I talk about this every morning, so I apologize. Broke to the upside, fail, breakout. We've now broken this low. If you didn't see my video from last Thursday, I think, or last Wednesday, talked about Powell's comments for sending this thing down. And that's just what's going on with recession talk. I saw something about Deutsche Bank warning investors of a major economic recession that's on the horizon. And so this is just, I think, a precursor for that. I think we're going to continue to drop down. We're going to, again, I said it, I can't remember whatever day it was. We are going to have some green days. We're going to have some green days on this. Don't let that fool you. Don't let those green days fool you that things are looking up. It ain't. But we are going to have some pullbacks. One interesting thing I saw here is that we marked out this down channel, and I spoke yesterday about how I was looking to short the top of this down channel. What's happened now is we've broke the bottom channel. We've broken down the bottom channel, and what was support over here, you can see the touches of support over here, is now acting as resistance, and we're pinning through that bottom channel trend line. Now, that's just a hypothesis at this point, right? I mean, that's like what I see going on. It may move up to the back up to the top of this channel. I don't know. But it's looking pretty bearish, and it's looking like this bottom channel trend line is now going to act as resistance, forming a new channel to the downside. We're in this support area, which was last week's lows. I believe this was last week's lows, the 15th. No, sorry, that is not last week, the 15th. Holy smokes, that was a month ago, 6 weeks ago. Sorry. These are daily candles, Chris. This is daily candles. Come on, man. We're breaking through that low. We pinned through it, but it looks like the downside's opened up. I would add to a short position if we got to move back up to this trend line, as I said yesterday. But it's looking like the downside's open up again. I see the back end of this resistance line opening up. 12,000 would be my ultimate target. This is a VWAP, this green line. I think I'll probably get through that and then come down here to 12,000. 10,000 maybe. Ooh, I hate to even say that. 10,000. Ooh. But I think 13. Somebody called out 13 in the chat yesterday. I thought that was too far off for a daily move, but we dropped 600 points yesterday. More than that, 200. Almost 750 points about yesterday, which is pretty incredible. We've got the support area down here where we're at now, and the next support area, is probably down here, 12,000. So, technicals on a daily, again, I just see this back end of this trend line acting as resistance. I don't quite see, it could maybe want to come back up to this channel, but right now it's looking like it's looking like it's coming down, which is interesting because if I move over here to my 500 volume chart, we can see that we're positive on the day, 1.5% positive delta, but we're right at VWAP. To me, and I'm not telling anybody to take a trade or do anything. To me, this just looks like a good short opportunity that the thing's coming up for air for a second, but the overall fundamentals and technicals are looking bearish. But again, price is going to do what it wants to do. I have been wrong before. Yesterday's pre-market, I was wrong. Yesterday, we thought price was going, this is a 4-hour chart. We thought, I expected price to break this resistance level, then move back up into the channel. We didn't do that, obviously. We shot down. I did not take any longs yesterday because the trade didn't trigger. I can draw a little downtrend line here. Trade didn't trigger, so we didn't take any longs. I scalped a couple shorts, not very well, and then I got into another pretty large position on a couple shorts after the live stream, and those just, I didn't get the follow through when I wanted. And I kept seeing that it bouncing off of support, and I saw Delta coming up with it, and my position was so big that I couldn't endure a significant retracement on it. So I just had to close out for like $100 on each of the trades, even though it was up like 1,500 or 2,000 or something at one point. But that's just the way it goes when you trade. Sometimes when you're trying to get into those larger swing trades, not swing trades, those larger moves, those larger rotations, and you're adding to it, and you should make 3,500, 4,000 on it. And you just don't get that momentum follow through. You got to close out because the drawdown will absolutely kill you if you hold on to it. So that's what happened yesterday, which kind of stinks, but is what it is. I got into like I said, I got into Microsoft yesterday, and it looks like my take profit on it already hit. So I guess that's one silver lining on it. Not being braggy or anything. Just I almost bought Google too, but I didn't buy Google. So that's the only thing that really looks good. All my other long-term investments stink. I told you about Netflix. It's not dropped under $200. That's painful because like in 5 years it'll be profitable, but having to endure it Just stinks. Anyways, got to put that one aside. Let's look at what we got going on here. Intraday, we can try to look at this hourly chart over here. I'm not looking at the chat, guys. I'm just looking at the charts. I'll look at the chat once I get through this technical stuff, and we can, if anybody's got any questions, you can put them in there. I think there's a way for you to pin your question for like $1 or something in the chat. If anybody's interested in doing that, that way it doesn't get lost in the mix. Let's see. We've got this trend line, which I drew yesterday, which is interesting. That's corresponding exactly with the upper band on the 1 hour. And we've also got an LVN up here at the upper band. That to me would be an interesting place to short if price wanted to get bullishy on us. We can also, I'll put this red line right here, right at the edge of this LVN, which just happened to correspond with a few areas of resistance we found over here. And I suspect this band will probably come down a little bit, and this trend line will probably come over there too. But that would be an interesting place to try to short it. If it did get through that level, it would move into this high volume node, and I would expect price to then try to move up here. To the downside, it's a lot of low volume. So we're finding, not a lot of people are interested in these prices apparently. So we may explore some of these higher prices and may move into this high volume node. Today is Wednesday. This is a weekly volume profile, so it's been generating since Sunday night. So this is starting to become not validated. It's starting to become more mature. And so, I see this high volume node. We may again want to move up into here, find resistance, and then there could be a scalp right in here for me too. That's 100 points. This doesn't look like much, but it's 100 points right in there. 100 points. So that's a nice little green bag if we can get it. Draw a trend line here. We can see here we've got the 20 SMA on the hourly and VWAP coming right into a point of confluence, which is acting as resistance. So, if price starts moving down, it's tricky to find those areas of support, but we can just mark out a couple levels here. What was this red line? Why do I have this line on here? Does anybody remember why I put that there? Maybe for my higher time frames. Oh, this is this weekly low over here from March 18th. March 15th, this point. So some areas of support down here it's finding. Now, of course, if we break yesterday's low, I think it's the abyss for it. Just drop, but let's see what it wants to do. Again, Delta's looking pretty positive on it today. We're breaking. You can see here that Delta is actually moving. This price was way up here where Delta was. You can see that correspond there. We can now see where price is down here. It's a Delta divergence. Look, that's a bullish move. Delta's moving higher, but price is still down here. It looks like it may want to break this 25 level and come back up to VWAP. That would be a scalp. We can see their Delta moving up. Buyers coming in. It is pre-market. Market's still got about 4.5 minutes to open, so I'm not trading anything right here. I might mark out this level as well, but 54 right at VWAP, which is where the 20 SMA on the hourly is. I could see it, if we're getting really fine here, I could see it moving up, making a bullish case, coming up, hitting the back end of this trend line, plus the LVN value area low. All of this will act as resistance. Failing at this level, and then maybe short it as we break VWAP again and we break this 20 SMA with the anticipation of moving back down here. So there could be something in here, but I need that impulse up, get some bullish trapped, and then we boom, fall. So there's some kind of bigger scenarios, and then there's also kind of some of these smaller time frame scenarios. think we're just gonna have to watch it and see what it wants to do. Yesterday we missed the big move to the downside. So yeah, I don't know. See here all these red lines that I drew out on the daily, a million of them, but each one of these is a significant amount of points. Even the small one, is 30 points. 80 points. So that's quite a bit of stuff going on in there. Yeah, but yesterday's lows, it's going to be big. It already seems like we're pushing off 13,200. All right, guys. So I'm going to take a look at the chat. I say good morning. Hey, Bust a Move. I haven't said good morning to you yet. Hey, Mac. What's up? Mac Trader. Vernon. What's up, man? APD Legend. Aaron. Thanks for joining us. Estee Blaze. Good morning. Thanks again for coming in. What looked visible? Today's high is a perfect wick test with the green day 2 days ago. Oh yeah, that's interesting. You can see how Andre pointed out here, we've got a support level here where we hit the bottom of this trend line, and today we're getting a wick again off of that same level. So what was support is now resistance. Resistance. I like saying that with a French accent. Well, that's my attempt at a French accent, I should say. Morning Trader A, thanks for joining. Market's gonna open in a couple minutes. I expect the chop to take over, and then we'll try to see if we get a trend day today. Maybe it's a range day, I don't know. But again, I think we've got an initial move, perhaps busting up through VWAP, coming up to 13,100 perhaps. Although we're already up 1.5% on the day. I don't know. This may be kind of choppy today. We have any earnings coming out today? I think today is what? What is today? Facebook's coming out today with earnings. I think that's after market close. Market's gonna open in 1 minute. Boeing posted a loss. I wonder what the Dow's doing. The Dow is, where's my market analyzer? What are the other indices doing? Man, the Nasdaq is leading the charge here, huh? The Dow is 0.5%. I don't know. I think this is a dead cat bounce. It's just my thought. I don't know. I am not a professional. I'm an amateur professional. All right. Getting that move down again. I think I might want to impulse up into this. I mean, the way, I'm overall bearish on it. The way that you really would do is, since we're green, positive delta, you'd wait for that impulse down and then wait for a bullish candle and buy it up. But because I'm overall bearish on it, I'm waiting for that impulse up, then waiting for delta to stay flat, start dropping, and shorting it. But since we're green on the day already and we made such a big move, it may just need to come up for air for a little bit. There's a push off of VWAP. We're just trading one contract today in the live stream, guys. Just one contract. Easy peasy, chicken squeezy. Don't want to stress yourself out too much. Here's that impulse up. hitting the back of this trend line, a little bit of that edge there. This is our area of confluence of the 20 SMA and VWAP. We're coming back down off of it. Got a wick forming. You're tempted to jump into a short, but look how Delta's coming in here. It's just so choppy. I mean, the market's been open for, a minute. It's not worth jumping in on something, getting down $500 or $600 in the first couple minutes. Yeah, his jaw is dislocated. I know, design knob. I know. I don't know what he's doing. He's got is that look? There it is. There it is. No, what it's doing. I think we shall retest the low to see if it's strong, maybe. Coming back up to that trend line here. To this LVN, I think up at 100-ish. You could, if you wanted to short it, you could just draw a trend line like this. See if that wants to break. We see Delta there dropping up at that level. I'm not going to try to catch the top, though. It's the same thing as trying to catch the bottom. I think some people tried to do that yesterday. Tried to find the bottom of it, and it just kept moving down. Some people really got burned on it. I'm not going to try to catch the top. I'm going to wait for it to become bearish and then short it. Chipotle earnings beat estimates. I'm not surprised. Every time I go to Chipotle, I'm like, my God, this thing gets more and more expensive every time I come here. It's like going to like a sit-down restaurant at this point. So I really need price to move back below this 20 SMA on the hourly, which is where VWAP is. Unfortunately, that is exactly where the value area low is. So on a relatively new volume profile, Now, if we look at an overnight, wow, look at all that buying coming through. If we look at an overnight volume profile, we've got more room to the downside, but thing appears to be wanting to make a move up. You know, God, really, SW Blaze? That's so disappointing to me. I used to really like Chipotle. I feel like they're raising the prices, but the quality's going down. Maybe my taste buds are just getting more mature and refined, but I don't know. It's also like if you order on the app, sometimes they'll just be out of stuff. You show up and they're like, "No, we didn't have that." Like one time I ordered a burrito on the app and I went to go pick it up. They're like, "We're out of tortilla shells. We just threw it in a bowl for you. There you go." I'm like, "Man, that's not what I ordered," but okay. We can see how price there's now moving up. And Delta's just staying flat. Delta's not moving up. So this would be the first sign that we're reaching some exhaustion here. We're also coming into the weekly point of control. It may have more room up to 13,190-ish level, but we've also got this big area of resistance up here. So you can see all these points we had on it. We wick through this level. This would to me, be the first sign of, it running out of steam. A lot of selling coming through. Again, though, you try to pick the top of the thing, and it's like it just burns you, right? I can see here as price is trying to move up, Delta's moving down. Didn't get filled on that. There, now I'm filled. We'll have to get out pretty quick, I think. I don't see Delta moving down. I don't see Delta moving up, but I gotta get out, I think. I'm gonna close out there. Trying to pick the top. Oh, it's coming down. My clicking sound. Breaking higher. Let's take off this trade. Yep, there's my jaw again. Man, that's not very attractive, is it? Well, we've got the opposite of what happened yesterday. I kept waiting to go long on it, and what did it do? dropped out of the sky, and today I'm looking to short it, and what's it doing? Just keeps going up. So we can see here as it's attempting to go up, I've got Delta just kind of staying flat. So, you know, I don't want to try to pick the top of it because I feel like it still could come up to this area. Excuse me. It, you know, it may impulse up a little bit. You know, it's breaking higher. Like you try to pick the top of this thing. You put your short in here. You got to get stopped out here. You just have to get out of it because it's got room up. So my next target on this to short it would really be up here at 13,200, which is 40 points away. So why am I not just buying it up there? That's a good question. I don't know. Anybody else? Anybody else take some trades on this thing yet? Stopped on both. So, yep. That sounds no, you're good, PD Legend. That's how probably you feel. You're like, I went both ways and I couldn't get it. Nice, Marty. You bought two contracts at 13,140. Ooh, nice. I'd be looking to get out if I were you. I think we're moving this LBN, this downtrend line. Where's that upper band? It's now up at 13,233. Microsoft is just ripping up out of it already. Well, a lot of selling coming through at that resistance level. Yeah, and hard to short the top. It's hard to find the top to short it. Mark out that LVN here. And what I'll do is I'll put the top of this blue box right at the 20 SMA on the 1 hour. So it kind of shows me maybe where price wants to go up to. Bam, exploded up there, huh? So the top of this box is 20 SMA on the, or sorry, not the 20 SMA, the upper band on the actually up a little bit higher on the 1 hour there. It's already up to 240 now. It's hard to short it with all this aggressiveness. I think Microsoft earnings is probably driving this. And I think that the move yesterday was really exaggerated. Facebook's going to report earnings today. It might be people, you know, buying the dip on Facebook, anticipating good earnings, and making a profit on that. It could be market manipulators driving the price up so they can short it at a better price. I don't know. Point of control just came in up here. Nice job, Marty. Ooh, that's the best days. Those are the best days. When you're like up that much and you're just like, I'm done. I'm done. I can't I can't short it on that move until we really start to get some bearish structure. We start moving into, I don't know, higher volume nodes. I mean, today might be a red day. I would take a $150 red day. It's about time for me to have a red day, I think. Looks like it's going to move up. It's probably going to break that 30 level and move up to 40, I bet. It's got room up there. Or, you know, this trend line, I don't know how valid this trend line is from yesterday. I'm actually going to take it off. I'm messing with my technical analysis, and I don't think it's really in play anymore. That was from pre-market yesterday, so it was just interesting how that trend line came in and corresponded exactly with the upper band on the 1 hour chart down here. We got more guys. We have more. I always say guys. It's not always guys. It's girls too are trading this thing. Women are trading this thing too. I hope no girls are trading this thing. A bunch of 12-year-old girls in here risking their parents' credit card. So if you're new to the channel, if you're just joining in, we have some new people just popped in. If you wouldn't mind giving it a like. I can quickly go over what you're seeing up here on the screen. We've got a whole bunch of stuff, but really the only thing I'm looking at, I use this 500 volume chart as like my trigger chart, they call it. You know, it's like my lowest time frame. This is the chart I'm doing my order entries on. I usually start over on higher time frames, like a daily chart. You can see the daily, the tabs down here are labeled, and then 4 hour. Sometimes I'll take a peek at a weekly. But these are going to be my higher time frames, which are going to give me my bird's eye view, what's going on in the market. I then will drop down to 1 hour chart, 60 minutes down here. You can also look up here, they're labeled. This is going to be like my medium term time frame. This is going to be my bridge between the higher time frames and my lower time frames, which are up here, the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 500 volume. It's a multi time frame, multi-chart system that I use. So I'm looking to find really key support and resistance levels on higher time frames and medium time frames. So that's why I'm always referencing the hourly or the 4 hour or the daily. You can see here on the 4 hour coming right up to this downtrend line on the 4 hour. I think it's going to find a lot of resistance up here. And then I'll move down to like my hourly, intraday, and 5 minute, 1 minute. My 5 minute, 1 minute, and 500 volume give me kind of my intraday setups. So I'll be looking at stuff. You know, I'm looking for different charts to correspond with one another. So I'll be looking at like to get like if I think this is an area of resistance up here, major area of resistance, I'll be looking to see if I can get a bearish candle on a 5 minute. I can just see now point of control coming in up here. These are probably sellers. And then what I may also do is come over here to like my 1 minute, draw a trend line. And wait for this trend line to see if this trend line might break to confirm bearish price action may be coming in. And we can also try to find some support levels down here that might break. I'm also using a 20 period Bollinger Band in each one of these charts. I like the 20 period Bollinger Band uses a 20 period simple moving average as the middle band. And then it uses the upper band is 2 standard deviations and the lower band is 2 standard deviations. This just helps me identify targets where price might want to move down into. So for instance, if we started to get some bearish action here, we break the 20 SMA on the 1 minute, I would anticipate the 20 SMA on the 5 minute opening up for it and try to pick up that. That would be my price target down here. It also corresponds with VWAP. So I'm looking at lots of different things and I'm trying to figure out pockets where price is going to quickly move through and use Bollinger's and key levels as exit and entry points. So I have all this stuff up on one screen just for the live stream. Typically, if I was just trading by myself, I would not have all these charts up on one screen. These would be off like on another screen. I would quickly just reference the higher time frames to take a peek at them. But I like having them up on one screen for the live stream so that I can, when I say something, I can just quickly point to it. I'm not fumbling trying to get another chart up on the screen. So I hope that makes sense. We can see here now. Price exploded up. I think it's probably still got a little bit of room left, but when you see price really explode like that, price will typically explode to points of exhaustion, and then you'll see that retracement, and it can trap a lot of people because they see explosive moves, and then they jump in on it, and price just reverses on them real quickly. It's because typically price knows where it wants to go, and traders can figure out where price wants to go. And so they get in on it and they get out real quick. And then you see that reversal come in. Seeing that a little bit here, we are getting through this trend line. We've got a few levels I needed to break in order for me to really get bearish confirmation on it. One's going to be the 20 SMA. The other one's going to, take this off. 20 SMA on the 1 minute. We got a support level down here. So, if we start drifting down, my target on that would then be value area low on the volume profile. I suspect the lower band on the 1 minute, and the 5 minute 20 SMA might want to come up here. So we're now seeing that push off of this key resistance level, which is the upper band on the 1 hour chart. So I hope some of that makes sense. It's a little quick, but I wanted to try to explain that to you because I saw some more people jumping in the live stream, which thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. A lot of people doing this live stream stuff these days, and I appreciate you checking out this one. It's cool to try to get a community going. If you have any questions, keep double clicking on that, or you want to know anything, feel free to ask in the chat. I'm just kind of watching price here. I'm wondering if price wants to break through the 20 SMA. If we close below the 20 SMA on a 1 minute, to me, that would be a really bearish sign. And I would probably try to take it down to 13,015-ish, 30-ish, somewhere around there. Hey, thanks, Tyson. I appreciate that. I would appreciate likes. I try to get 50 or more likes. So if anybody's got that in their abilities to click that like button, I'd appreciate it. I always get a couple guys, people who are like, I'm going to hit the dislike button just to be funny. So it does impact the algorithm. It does impact how YouTube displays the videos and who they give it to. So I really appreciate the like. And it helps me out a ton and doesn't cost anything, and encourages me to keep doing these things. If I don't get any likes, I probably just would stop doing them. But it seems like people are interested in it. I think people want to learn new ways to profit from the market. Day trading can be incredibly frustrating. And I think I will say there's something about seeing other people trade that is you can learn from. I think it's also good to see other people losing money when they trade, because that's just the reality of it. You're not going to come in every morning and make thousands of dollars day in, day out. You're looking at a larger time frame of profit, and you're hoping to be green over that larger time frame. You're not always going to come out, it's just not the reality of it, right? And so I think it's good to see other people struggling and see that struggle, and just so that you get, you're not alone in that, right? The frustration of it. Like, I'm going to try to short this thing as we break support and try to take it down. It'll probably trigger my price and shoot up 1,000,000 points. And that's frustrating, but everybody goes through that, right? So you can lose by proxy through me. And I will also say, do not copy my trades. You should not copy these trades. I lose plenty of money. Do not copy my trades. you should. This is just showing how I trade and kind of giving explanations of how to use like cumulative delta, volume profile. I'm also happy to try to answer any questions that are in the chat about any of this stuff. But you should not be copying my trades. You should trade your own system, your own style, what works for you. Great for me. Okay, Carlo. I think you did a good. I think that's a good entry. It's a way better entry than what I'm going to get here in a second. Way better. I'm looking at that 1 minute. If we close below the 20 SMA on that thing, I think it's going to drop. Put about 9 seconds on it. It's probably going to tag my price and shoot up like 1,000,000 points per usual. It's looking bearish though. I'll stick around. Do our best here. Per usual, I got my shit entry. I think you might be able to add to it at 87. I'm concerned about this low volume node on the volume profile. I'm really just trading the price action on it, how we close below this 20 SMA. I think I have to get out of this. One. I really don't want to see price. It looks like it's gonna make another move up. I don't know. I'm watching Delta down here. This thing might just be too bullish today. What am I looking to add there? It's just the backside of the 20 SMA. Think of it 94. Where's 94? I'm gonna move that up actually. I'm going to say that 20 SMA now acts as resistance. This would be to add to the position, not exit the position. I would exit above 205, 206. Just take my loss, lick my wounds. Clicking sound. You see this buying coming in here. I don't know why I'm ignoring that. I should really not ignore that. See this opening up to 47 though. We're gonna get stopped out on this, guys. I'm gonna close out there. I think I got lucky on that. I don't know what this thing is doing. That is too much buying. Too much buying coming through. Yeah, Carlo, I agree. It's not looking too great. Not looking too great. So the one thing is that if I just had a naked chart up, like if I just had a 1 minute chart, right? This looks like it wants to come down. We've broken this trend line, technical analysis, and we're in a bearish downtrend. We got a bearish candle. Boom, you shorted on that, and it looks like it's going to want to drop down another leg. But with order flow tools, we can see that maybe that's not what's happening, because we've got this low volume node that's coming up on the chart. You see this LVN, this low volume node? Those typically are support and resistance areas. So this is acting as support. On top of that, look at Delta cranking higher, breaking new highs. Now we see price popping. So we got lucky being able to get out for a small profit on that. Yeah, it's like a squeeze, Lennon. That's right. Price gets squeezed in here. I mean, that's like what, classic chart patterns are. You get like a wedge thing going, and typically when price breaks, it's going to break one way. Now we're coming back down. This is Chop City, boys. This is Chop City. Look at this. You get stopped out here. I would have got stopped out up here at 05 or at 06 or whatever. And now look at it, tanking. This is where you want to just sit on your hands and let it move around for a little bit, which is what I'm going to do. And you know what? I'm out of coffee. So it is coffee break time. Coffee break time. I'm not going to trade this thing because it's moving too wonky. Something's going on. It's coming down to my price. I would have been so upset if I was still in that trade, because I would have got stopped out up here, right? And now look at it, right down to where I thought it was going to go. And that's just trading, right? That's just trading. If you're in this live stream and you're new to trading, this is going to happen to you. And what you can't do is you can't get emotional with it. And you can't say, well, shit, there's my trade. Oh, I'm shorting it right here because it's going down, because it's going to whip up on you. And then you're going to go long because that's where you think it's going to go. And you just get whipped around like nobody's business. And it can get really ugly. So the best thing to do is to let this thing throw its temper tantrum for me, because emotionally I'm not in this thing. Other guys might be shorting this thing right now, being like, I'm taking it down. But the way that I see it is that, price is making new lows over here, but Delta's not. Delta's holding is making a higher low, excuse me, while price is making a lower low. Is Delta divergence to me. I would, think that this thing's gonna, I don't know, do what? Choppy. Let's go grab some coffee. I might go outside and get some air, and I will be back in, I don't know, 5 minutes. So at like 9:10, let's say 9:10 a.m. Central Time. I wish I had some music to play for you guys. I will turn off Bear so Bear doesn't give you the stink eye, and let's see what this thing's gonna do. What's up, guys? I'm back. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. So the funny thing is, I've got charts on my phone too. So it's interesting just to look at different perspectives on different devices or different platforms, and it'll give you maybe a different idea of what's going on right now. So when I looked at my phone, I saw this area here on the hourly as a really key support area. It looked to me like if we break that, we would want to come down here to 12,900 to the bottom of the band. We are right now, however, coming into a big area of support, which is the 20 SMA on the 1 hour. So this is kind of how I use these multiple charts. You know, I'm saying, okay, well, maybe this 20 SMA here is going to act as support. And so let's move now down to a lower time frame and see if we see some price action that verifies that. One thing you could do, we can also see here that it's pinning through the 20 SMA on the 5 minute. And we're right here. This red line that I drew out over here is now up on all the charts. You can see that it's reacting to it, and we're pinning through that 20 SMA. This looks pretty bearish. I think it may get through this, but I'm looking at Delta. Sorry, stuttered there. Delta isn't really moving lower with price. So Delta's not always going to be your best buddy. We are having, while it's not moving lower, we are making lower highs on it and apparently lower lows. So, oh, you missed the bear. Yeah, man, I got to get the bear back up. Where is he? There he is with his jaw. We're now down through the 20 SMA on the hourly. I want to see what it does down here at the support level at 12,990. If it can get down there. Where that short trade was when I was up there. Man, I would have been so mad if I would have got stopped on that for like $800 loss. This is a very interesting chart pattern. You can see. So another way we can do that area, those matching up those areas, is this is the red line we drew there, where we said a big area of support might break down to the bottom of the 1 hour band. This to me looks like a decent pocket to pick up. See if price wants to get through that or not. I'd also be interested to see how this closes in 2 minutes. If we close bearish, I mean, it looks like we are. It's really dropping now. So it's just falling now. Now we're making new lows on Delta. It's at 9:15. I've got these other charts up over here, and sometimes I'll just take a peek at them. Like this 15 minutes gonna close in a minute, just to see how they close. Like you can see that 15-minute candle over here, very bearish. I didn't catch it. That could have signaled to you a down move. I think that the market is overall just bearish, and I think that everybody knows it, and that short sellers are finding this an attractive price. The move up is an attractive price to short it again, and I don't think anybody's really buying the stock market right now. So this is probably some profit taking down here, maybe market manipulators moving it up so they can get it in a better price. I don't know. I think that markets are going to be going down for a while. Almost took a short on that pullback. Almost took a short here. Didn't. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. Trade I'm looking at is breaking the support level, moving down through this. This looks all bearish, though. I should probably try to start getting in on something. Delta's now making lows, session lows. Just watching it fall without me. Goodbye. Goodbye. I think you got to get in on it at some point, right? It always happens. Every time I decide to get in, it pops up. Every time. Every time. I'm seeing this LVN here, which is interesting to me. A lot of buying coming through on that, unfortunately. I'm not going to add to it yet. I don't really want to get in a 2-contract drawdown. You can see here, though, how this low volume node acted as resistance. I get support and resistance mixed up in my head sometimes. I'm gonna get it there at that little hesitation. Should have held it down to the bottom of the band here. This thing's dropping. This thing's gone. See ya. Why didn't I hold on to that? Because I'm a human being and I want to look over at my P&L and see it green. Simple as that. Really? You got $4,000, Marty? That's awesome. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm really happy for you. That is great, Marty. You should enjoy it. If I'm not telling you to get off the live stream. I hope you stay on the live streams. I really want to see it, but I would stop trading today and just enjoy that. Enjoy that feeling for the rest of the day. I have $245. Not my best trading day ever, but certainly not my worst. Nice, Verinder. I mean, not nice that you blew it up, but you're up $2,000 now. Kevin made 645. Nice. Green is green. I'm addicted to the green. I'm addicted to the green number. I needed Well, when I used to have my P&L up on my screen and I could actually see it, because the P&L that you're seeing on the screen right now is actually off on another screen, so I can't see it when I'm trading. But the red kills me. Like if I glance over and I see red, I'm like, oh, I got to get rid of that red. Absolutely drives me nuts. So I like to look over and see the green. It's not fireworks. It's not fireworks, right? 245 isn't fireworks. We can see this low volume node now down here holding as resistance. Not fireworks, but it's the reality of it. It's the reality of it. You're going to have some firework days. I should have, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I mean, look where I originally took that short here, but I would have got stopped out on that as price broke this support resistance level. Delta popped on it. You can see Delta popping on that. You've got to get out on that. I mean, you just got to take the loss. That thing could have looked like it was going to go to the moon, and then we just fail. Good job, Wayne. 174. I like it. 174 is a nice number. Some people got to go sit, bag groceries all day to make 174. Do whatever. Not even 174 to do that. You make 14 bucks an hour. $10 an hour. You want to go sit somewhere for 12 hours, 14 hours, trying to make that? I did the math wrong in that. I realized that. But you sit here for an hour. Now, it's not going to be every day, obviously. But now we're ripping higher. Where's it finding support? This red line that we drew out, which I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was the bottom of the band on the 5-minute, which is now spread out. I would be trying to find a short somewhere up here, possibly. But we're through this low volume node. So to me, that is a bullish sign. We've now got Delta ripping up. Bullish structure. 20 SMA on the 1 minute is going to be resistance. So I'm glad everybody's doing well in the trading today. I'm glad everybody's doing well trading today. It's awesome. Could we get 60 likes? 60 likes. Some of you guys know I've got a little bit of OCD. I don't like even numbers or odd numbers. I don't like odd numbers. I like even numbers. Just doesn't, odd numbers just don't feel right. Even though 50, I guess, is an even number, right? But the 5 is getting me. I need the 60. Can we get to 60, guys? I'd really appreciate it. Completely free. I appreciate everybody joining in. Usually, I feel like we're averaging about 70 folks in the live stream, which is awesome. First time I ever did a live stream, knowing people I had in there, I think I had like 2, maybe 2. I wonder if they felt awkward, like if they felt like they were on the spot, like I was going to start asking them questions, or they had to contribute. But certainly it built up from that at this point. I can move down. I can move down this red line as resistance. It's going to just be this point. I think that if this breaks, we're going to pop up the VWAP pretty quick. You know, I wish I could put like a. Actually, I don't want to make it a competition. You're up $8,000 daily grinds. Nice daily grinds. What do you trade normally? What product do you trade? Nasdaq. Why damn this chat, Lennon? What happened? Oh, are you red today? Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, man. Just the way it goes. I could be red here in a second. Well, I hope we get some more folks in here tomorrow. Build up the pressure a little bit, though. Although I think sometimes people, I don't know if they like seeing folks lose, but they may just be checking in. I'd love to get some more folks in here. That's for sure. Although I really appreciate that. I really appreciate everybody that's come. I mean, 70 to me is incredible. Now we're ripping higher. I feel like if we break this red line, I see the red line. Well, it's just this local resistance. We're going to pop up to VWAP. Why am I not taking the trade? Because nobody asked me that. I'm just asking myself that. I don't know. I don't want to get caught up there, and it's almost 9:30. It does look like it's going to break that and move up to VWAP. But we got to close above that 20 SMA first. And this is just like I did a video one time of like great chart setup, thumbs up or something like that. And that's kind of this, but it's not the right direction. But sometimes when you become really oversold like this, this can just act as this is actually not that trade setup. This is not that trade setup. What you would look on that trade setup for was a really nice trending day, and then if it was really trending super bullish, fundamentals, markets going up. I'm talking like Trump era, market boom. Then you'd wait for it to become oversold using some sort of oversold indicator. I had recommended using like a Williams percent range, which I like over the RSI. But you wait for it to become oversold to the back of the band on the 1 minute, and then you just wait for like a trend line break, and then you take it up to the other end of the band. It's just a silly little strategy. Sometimes those strategies work, but I feel bad posting strategies because they don't work all the time. It's like, it's got to be the right overall conditions, and that's why we use larger time frames to give us those overall conditions, and then we can kind of pick smaller strategies that fit those overall conditions, so smaller intraday strategies. I wouldn't be buying this because I feel like the trend right now is bearish, even though we're green on the day or whatever. But this is just a shit ton of selling coming through, and I don't particularly want to buy it. And I don't really want to sell it because we're kind of near the bottom. So I don't know. What do? You just sit on your hands and you take your 245 and come back tomorrow, or you can wait a little bit. See if something sets up. This looks bearish now. This looks like we're going to break this support perhaps and drop down a little bit. It's got some more room down to 12.9. You break this at 80, whatever. Look at this. Look how this daily candle's shaping up. I mean, I don't think it's going to want to close like this. This is a very odd candle. I think it's going to want to come down some more, and we're going to probably in bearish. Pull up my pen. This is just a weird candle. I suspect it would probably close something more like well, maybe even more bearish than that. Something like that, maybe. You don't see too many candles that close like this. So I don't think today's move is done. Got my blue box. See if we get through this and maybe get a push up. You can take another short on it, but I don't want to get trapped down here. $9.30. $9.30. 55 likes. Gotta get 60 likes, guys. 5 more likes. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I wish I could like it twice. Fortunately, you can't. This looks like it's gonna drop again. Look at that 5 minute. You can see, oops. You can see that 5 minutes so bearish, and you can see how the band's opened up now to 12.9. Ugh. Boeing dropping hard. Yeah, Boeing reported losses. Boeing is such a shit stock to trade. When I first started trading like 5 or 6 years ago, you know, it's like, oh, I'm going to get those blue chip stocks. You listen to fucking sorry, I'm dropping my F-bombs. Listen to Jim Cramer, all these people. You buy Boeing, you sit on it. You buy Boeing, you buy Disney, you just sit on it and watch it paint dry, moving around. Or Disney right now, you know, way down. Boeing's dropping. Buy stuff that's moving. 3 more likes, guys. Come on. I do see this opening up down to 12,900. Which is also corresponding with the bottom of the band down there. I may short it if we break lower here. If we break yesterday's low. Looks like it's going to want to. 2 more likes. 2 more likes. 2 more likes, and I might jump into a short trade. Yay, 2 likes. Thank you. I feel better. Does anybody here have like multiple streamers up? Is anybody here like watching TBM? Thanks, Jojo. I appreciate it, man. Or girl, don't know. I shouldn't be so, you know. Does anybody here have like buy money up and trades by Mad and us and, you know, trying to see what everybody's doing? This thing's about ready to say sayonara, suckers. You see this LVN that's formed. Dropping. I think it's going to tank here at 30. I'm going to try to hold this thing down to 90. I need to try to get at a better price. I mean, shorting the bottom of it is just not where it's at. Ah, thanks, Tyson. I appreciate that. That means a lot. We wanted to get into another short. Where could we get in on it? I mean, I think we're moving down to 12,900. I can see it opened up here. We've already poked through yesterday's low. No, we haven't gone through yesterday's low. I apologize. That's not yesterday's low. I got too many things up. We poke through. What is this? Oh, this level needs to be gone. That was the bottom of the band on the 5 minute. I feel for him, man. I sometimes occasionally check in on it, see how it's going. Because when I first started trading, I don't know if I saw him when I first started trading, but before I started live streaming, certainly checked him out. I mean, you know, but his trading style isn't conducive to me. So teach their own. Oh, we're ripping up. Might be an interesting point. Let's see if we get a bearish candle on the 500 volume. Or 500. Let's look at an overnight volume profile. We also got this line up. We've got this up here. See if we get a reaction to this support area. See if you get something out of it. It's also the 20th. Ooh, point of control came in here. What is this? Are these buyers stepping up now? Ooh, what is going on? My next place to short would be up here at 13,030, which is a 100-point move, people. 100-point move. Local resistance now is 100 points away from what we're coming off of. That is what the Nasdaq can provide. Opportunities. Well, I think my next place that I would be interested in shorting it is up here at the top of the band on the 1 minute. This looks pretty bullish how we popped up there, and then I saw how a point of control came in right down here. I got a bullish candle on the 5 minute. So it looks like we may want to pop up now up to 30. I was thinking about shorting it here, but I ain't touching it. Look at that. That thing just rips. God, this thing is a beast. Probably should have taken a buy here, but it goes against my overall bias, so. Delta's popping higher. This is a big area of resistance, though. I don't know if it's gonna have the juice to get through it. This would be your buy. If you're looking to buy it, you'd buy it at 17. This is just a classic big move up, pull back, buy the break of the high of the previous 500 volume, but participate. You'd be buying it here. Comes down to that 20 SMA. Break the high of the previous. Your stop is right here, probably at 99. Take profit is way up there at 37. That's 10 point stop loss for a 20-point gain. That's just classic trading, but it's not really how I trade. I don't trade the classic, normal, easy way. I try to make it as hard as possible on myself. I get in at bad prices. I endure massive drawdown. Not massive drawdown. I endure drawdown, pain for small profit. That's my strategy. See, there it goes. That was a joke, kind of. Yep. There's your take profit right there. Boom, you're out. 10-point stop loss for a 30-point gain. Classic trade right there. Delta moving higher. You know what that tells me? It tells me I'm probably cashed out for today and my brain is fried. So I'm probably going to jump off this thing. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to trade every day this week. Tell your buddies, tell your friends. Go over there and post something in TBM, the Trades by Matt chat. Let them know that somebody else is out there live streaming. See if we can get a few of those guys over here. And we'll be back tomorrow. Do the same pre-market technical analysis stuff and taking some trades for about an hour or so. And yeah, appreciate it, guys. I'm glad to see some folks in the chat doing really well today. and keep it up. We'll get another trading day tomorrow. So remember, there is what's coming out tomorrow. GDP's coming out tomorrow. 7:30 a.m. Central Time. We'll take a look at those numbers at 8:10 a.m. Central Time, plus everything else that's going on. We've got some earnings that are going to get released after market close today, so you can take a peek at those, see how the market's reacting. And so there'll be some fundamental stuff driving the market tomorrow morning, and we'll take a peek at those. All right, guys. Marty, congrats. I'm super happy for you, man. Congratulations on the 4K day. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope everybody else enjoys their profits. If you had a red day, don't worry about it. Tomorrow is a new day. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Later.